And we are live. So I'm preparing a video covering Gravity 2 by Heavocity, but I thought let's jump right into this and check it out live. So I'm not going to cover everything, but maybe you'll get enough information here to understand what's going on and how it sounds. So let's start with a few examples of the sounds and then break it down, see what is included, and let me know in the comments if you are live, and so we'll see how it goes. Hey, hello guys. All right, so this is mainly for cinematic, for trailer sounds, maybe textures, but mostly media. So I'm gonna start with few, just get some sounds here, and then I'll break it down. Right, atmospheric, ambient sounds, and let's try another one. All right, and we can go and get some other sounds like rhythmic modes. Rhythmic moods. I'm gonna start with this first one, and you can see that we have split keyboard, and we'll talk about that in a second when I'm just explaining how things work. Nice. So again, everything here is geared for media, for a trailer, for cinematics, for modern like action film or media. Pretty cool stuff. So we have three flavors of instruments. If we'll go here on the top, you'll see that we have all banks, Gravity, Designer, Menu, and Menu Excel. So I'm going to explain what is the difference, what's going on. Let's go all banks. And so the Designer, I'm going to grab that one. So this is the instrument that has three different layers. So you have layer 1, 2, and 3. They are identical. You can load different sounds to each, and they have the same controls. You have solo, mute, volume, panning, tuning, and so on. But when you click this, the title, you'll see that you have a menu of sounds, and here you'll see the three layers: layer 1, layer 2, layer 3, and you can see what is the selected sound. If you want, you can go here. Let's have a listen for the first one here. I'm gonna solo that. So this is it, and I can go and select something else and grab this cross and drop it here. It will be different sound. Right, so you can change whatever we have. So that is the sound menu, and you can see it right here. We jumped over to this menu. So on the bottom we have these buttons: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 buttons. The first one is the home page. This is where we are, and we have some macros. And these macros that you see moving around are moving in relation to this sphere in the middle, which we're going to check out in a second. So I'm going to go to this next one. This is our mixer. I know it doesn't look like a mixer, but it is a mixer. So we're mixing the three different layers. And let's try another sound just for fun. So I'm going to go and show you something else. You can go into view, go classic view, and you have the classic contact view, and on the top here you'll see this menu, all kinds of things that you have. So this is under the Gravity 2 Designer, Cue Creator, Rhythmic Moods, and or Ambient Moods, and so on. So I can go with this one. Right, so this is the classic view. I can just use that, but we can still go and remove that default view, go back and use this. So what I wanted to show you here is that this is your kind of mixer, and you can automate this mixing thing between 1, 2, and 3. So how do you automate that? You just record. You have number of bars. We can get more or less. Let's do like 2 bars for 2. Okay, record. I'm gonna move that. It's gonna move, and that's it. So now it's going to just play that. And it will repeat every 2 bars. But I can add some random stuff. Very, very cool. And what else we have? You notice that we have the keyboard sections here. I'll just mention, if you go into any of the sounds or go into the sound browser right here, you'll see the different assignments, the range of the keyboard for that particular layer. So that's the concept here. We also have this macro sequencer, and this affects these macros. So what are those macros that are affected that you see here? Let's go back to the main page so I can break it down for you. And in the main page, you'll see that we have envelope for each of the layers, tone, which is filter and EQ. We have drive, which is saturation and distortion. Motion is gate and pitch. And we also have space, which is the delay and reverb. So if we go back to this, you'll see that this macro sequencer affects all these guys, and the amount is right here. So you can just go and drag that, or maybe the motion will be less. So I'm not going into all of that, but just to let you know how things work. So the macro affects these guys right here, and each one below or inside it, there's a lot more. So if I can go into the drive and have the amount, you see these up and down arrows, I can just set the amount of saturation. So that is the designer in a nutshell. That's it. I mean, we also have effects, but that's straightforward. We have different effect chains, and you can rearrange them, and you can turn them on and off and so on. So there's a lot of things that you can do right here. Let's try another one. And clockwork. And we can try another one. Right, so what's the deal with the menu and the menu Excel that you can see here? So I'm going to go all banks, and on top again we have menu and menu Excel. The menu is basically, the idea is to load different sounds to each of the keys, and they have some some logic, some relations. I'm going to show you that. So they are not melodic per se. So for example, that can be impacts or razors or all kinds of things, like a menu of things that you can use. So I'm going to go into Obanks menu and get like, let's go with impacts because it's really easy to understand. So I'm going to load the first one, breakout, and you'll see that we have these purple things or whatever, and each one is different. So I'm going to play something. And you can see that it is a different sample. Right, let's try another one. Let's go breakout 2. So again, it's like a toolbox. So you have a toolbox of breakouts. Hey John, Panker, excellent long gaming. Right, so thanks for joining and happy Black Friday November sales. So this is Gravity 2. Again, I'm just checking it out. Lots of stuff here. I'm preparing like a video to cover that, but that's gonna be pretty much the same information, maybe a little bit more in order. But what we have here is different sounds and they have some relationship between them. But what you can do is you can grab one of them and you can spread it across the keyboard. And click that, and now that's just that sound across the keyboard with different pitch. And I can again go back to the normal thing. So that is the menu, instrument menu. Let's try something else. We also have textures, atonal menu. So each key is different. I can show you something. Let's try some sounds. This is one sound. You can see on the top the source. C2, hunted the subway. Or G2, that's held down. Different sound. Right, but if I'll go right here, that's the sound menu. Right here, you can see the keyboard, right? And you have octaves here. I can go up and down the octaves, and you can see what sound is loaded in each key. And I can go C2, that's C2, and let's try and get like impact right there. I'm gonna go and grab that. Come on, let's go. And I'm gonna put it on C2. So where is C2? That's okay, or maybe lights out. Come on. Right. So that way you can change whatever, and we can go back to the main page or maybe the sample page and try something else. It's a very long one. Right, it can go forever. But let's try something else. I'm going to show you the menu Excel, so it's a little bit different. And let's go hybrid atonal low Excel. So the main difference is here we have 72 keys that can be mapped versus 36 in the menu. And here you have like different sounds categories. and you can combine them. So you don't need to load different presets or whatever. So the yellow or the orange. Then we have the cyan. And then we have the blue. And you can combine those. Right, so you have like a toolbox that has some cohesive sound signature. And let's see, scoring accents. Just endless sounds, and there's no way I can cover everything, but let me know if you have any questions, you want me to show you anything. There's lots of different things that you can do here, and it's really up to you. And there is logic behind this. It might look a little bit overwhelming, but it's pretty straightforward once you into this. But I want to show you maybe something else just before we end this live stream, just spontaneous live stream. Let me show you something which is very, very cool. Recently, there was a very cool release, Kepler 2, 0G Elements Kepler 2 by Stefano Maccarelli. And again here, this is geared for cinematics. The one thing that you need to be aware of is that this library needs the full Kontakt. It will not work on the free Kontakt player. But we have different things that you can do here. So I'm going to go, just load this. Classic patterns. Let's load it. It's a little bit heavy, but it's also very related to cinematic stuff, and recently I've been playing with this. I really love it and can see lots of very, very useful sounds. So I'm just gonna let it load for a second and see what we've got. And it is on my SSD. I don't know why it is so heavy, but maybe it just needs to load, so that's fine. Let it load. There we go. So again, we have lots of very useful sounds. Let's try this pulse driver. Now you can see here that we have different banks. Okay, so we have instant cues. Oh, I love that one. Let's go here. So I'm gonna go with this first one. It's really cool. Let me show you. It can go on forever. Very cool. And we have also tension cue. Right, pretty cool stuff. Right, and let's try something like reactor. So all these are just amazing sound design. Very cool. So that is it for now. I'm going to do a video on Heavocity Gravity 2 and also on Kepler 2. So let me know. And I got tons of stuff for cinematics. So check out the channel and I'll see you guys very soon. Thank you and bye-bye.